tighter. But basically, we're going to look at somebody who's stalling or avoiding our wrestling in this way. And that's a great setup for what Angelo's going to show you next.
Who knows who Logan Seaver is? Alright. Say, I heard you've been here before. Well, if you've seen him wrestle, this is the same move he does. It's just with a leg right in. He does a really good job of getting the wing in the first place. I think it's one of the harder pinning combinations to get if you're wrestling a good guy. But this is a really good way to do it. It kind of confuses them, and you can get a wing really tight. So what we're going to do is we got the stalker guy. He's all tight right here. Hard to turn him. We can't really get under for a 3/4. So we're going to move on to this wing. And we're going to get this move over here, cross body, right? So our legs on the right side, going to the left wing. I'm going to get the wing. So I'm going to stick my elbow right in the mat, right in front of his elbow. And then I'm going to put my head next to his chin, underneath it, right here. And then I'm going to, with my bottom half of my body, I'm going to turn, just like we did the first move. And I'm going to go slow so you can see what happens. His arm, his shoulder is going to get crunched. His arm's not going to move, but his chest is going to come up. So right here, I'm going to turn right here. My elbow stays in the mat, right in front of his elbow. It blocked him. Notice his chest came up, but there's all this air underneath here now, so I can cinch my wing up. So I got all that space. Go ahead. Fist in the middle of his back, right here. We got our leg ride wing like this. We're gonna do a wing tilt right from here. So once we got our wing, we're gonna step up our foot like we did in some of our other moves. Notice how his arm's on top of my leg, and then my arm is surrounding his arm. So it's kind of got the underneath and over top look to it. It's cinched there, it's not going anywhere. My fist is in the middle of his back. If I go like this, it's illegal, unless your name's Spencer Lee. Put your hand right here in the middle of his back so you don't get penalized. We're going to come underneath here, grab his pec, pull him up, and then I fall down. Once I fall down, like Don said earlier, we don't do this. We don't do the scissors. You either go back to your lace, or you elevate that back foot. Notice how he's laying on top of me. No way I'm going to pin him from here. So I'm going to let him up. I'm going to keep this wing a little loose, but it's going to pull me up. Once I'm on top, I limp. You go right into it. 6-point near pull. Same spot, same look. Here on top, we got a staller, elbow to elbow. I'm going to turn with the bottom half of my body. I cinch the wing up, middle of his back. I'm not Spencer Lee, my hand is in the middle of the back. So here we go, now we're ready to do the move. We step up, hand above my knee. Arm around his arm. It's not going anywhere, it's tight here. I'm going to go here on his pec, pull him up, fall down, elevate that back foot. I'm not going to pin him here. So again, I'm going to have to let him come up, loose the wing, right into the turn.
No, perfect.
Questions? Yeah. So we got a staller here. Elbow in front of his elbow. Turn with the bottom half of my body. Roll my wrist underneath. Cinch up that wing. I'm going to step that foot up. His arm's on top of my leg. I'm surrounding his arm. Lift up. Hand on the pen. Fall. Don't scissor. We're elevating or lacing. He's laying on top of me. I'm going to have to let him up. Lift out. Turn. Got it. On 3. 1, 2, 3.